everybody. My name is Brian,
I'm Brian.
and this is Brian versus Brian, Earth 63, episode 166. Is it hyphenated? What's the name of this movie? Spider-Man
Spiderman.
Across the Spiderverse.
Yeah.
I never can remember if they add the Spider-Man or just Across the Spiderverse. But Spider-Man Across the Spiderverse. 2023. When exactly? We'll go in and find out. Here we go.
This is June, I think. June 6th or something?
June 2nd.
June 2nd.
$100 million budget, $690 million box office. I think it was the third highest grossing movie of the year so far. Highest grossing Sony animation movie ever. Surpassed the first one. So yeah, it's done a lot of big things. Sixth highest grossing film of 2023. Sixth.
Oh, 6.
I didn't just reading this. I didn't even know this that the third installment already had a name. Beyond the Spider-Verse. Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah, we're not seeing that movie anytime soon.
Yeah.
Maybe 2025 at the earliest.
That's why I was so pissed about this movie. Because yeah. Okay. So I barely remember the first one. I mean, I vaguely remember. I didn't even remember the people that were in it until like the end when they team up. I was like, oh yeah, Spider-Man Noir and all these guys were in the first one. I don't really remember the story at all. I remember some great stuff between Peter Parker and Miles.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I even remember what they were fighting or what happened that much. So, this one, how do we start off? We got Miles flipping around, right? He's got a new suit. And I guess I don't remember this one either.
I think we open with like 15 minutes of Gwen. She's like trying to deal with the fact that all of her friends are gone, and then ends up Peter becoming the Lizard.
That's pretty cool. I like that.
Yeah.
That was
interesting. And then Peter dies, and then her dad, who is the captain of the police force, kind of catches Spider-Woman, and now her dad is looking for Spider-Woman. She's Spider-Woman, so there's the whole father-daughter, conflict. And then there's a big fight at what is it called? The Guggenheim? Is that how you... or whatever that museum is in New York. And there's like a fucking crazy looking hand-drawn vulture guy who's not supposed to be in that world, who kind of transported this. So they're trying to take care of the vulture.
Was that Gwen's world though, or was that Miles fighting him?
It was Gwen's.
It was Gwen. Yeah. Let me guess, you're in some fucking Leonardo da Vinci hand-drawn world, minding your own business. Yes, that's pretty similar to what happened.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened or whatever. And then during that fight in the museum, we're introduced to Miguel and what's the woman's name? The pregnant woman on the bike. I forget her name.
Fucking no, man.
I think it's Drew.
Nancy Drew. Spider Mom. So yeah, so she rides a motorcycle while pregnant and fights crime while pregnant. So courageous.
Get some.
This is dangerous, woman.
Mm-hmm.
You need to chill for a minute.
I did like that scene where Gwen's like, "Are you pregnant?" And she's like, "Yeah, fell in love or something." And he's hot, and she's like, "Will you please adopt me?" It happens so quick that you can almost kind of miss it because then like something gets thrown at them or something. I thought that was kind of funny.
She is with O'Hara, right? Miguel? Is that what I got from it?
I don't know. Yeah, I have no idea. They don't really kind of go anywhere with that because they don't kiss. There's no scene with them, just the two of them. So yeah, it's unclear. It could be.
So Gwen travels to Earth 1610 and reconnects with Miles while secretly tracking the Spot. Oh yeah, the Spot we get introduced to early on. Kind of stupid at first, but then you're like, okay, this is kind of cool. this might be a really cool bad guy. At first, he's just kind of a lame dude that just has
Yeah.
bread fly through him and stuff, and he's fighting Miles at the like bodega, and that's pretty cool. I'm your nemesis.
Yeah.
Remember? No, Adam, never. You're not my nemesis. More like a what do you
Villain of the
say?
week.
Villain of the week.
Yeah.
Villain of the week.
Do you have
Like
an
it
ATM,
wasn't.
preferably one that's not bolted to the ground or whatever he says as he's walking in?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not even robbing you. You don't own the
Yeah. It's the
ATM.
banks.
Why are you so concerned about it? Um, yeah, and he's like, remember, I was there at the whatever, the collider, and I brought the spider from another dimension that bit you and made you you. And then the whatever and explosion made me me. I am your nemesis. Our origins are completely intertwined
Hmm.
and shit like that.
I love the
And
bagel part because I remember watching Into the Spiderverse the night before we went and saw this, and there's a scene where they're running away. They in the middle of Into the Spiderverse, Peter and Miles break into this lab where Doctor Octopus is doing stuff, and as they're trying to escape, they go out. They go out of these double doors, and there's like a huge cafeteria with all these workers, and they're like. And I think that's something like fit in or something, but it's ridiculous because they're both dressed as Spider-Man. Anyway, Miles takes a bagel and he just throws it off to the side, and you see it in like a wide shot, like bounces off some guy's head and it says "doink" or something. So the fact that they just brought this stupid little gag from Into the Spider-Verse and made that little gag into a villain, I thought was pretty genius. But that scene is in Into the Spider-Verse. You go back and watch it. This guy in the background just gets hit in the head with a bagel.
yeah. And says I don't remember this, but the Spot and Miles share a vision of the Spot's future attacks that includes the death of Police Inspector Singh, the father of Paviter's girlfriend. That was one of the what the heck, Paviter Prabhakar,
Oh yeah.
the like Indian Bollywood Spider-Man. That was
Hmm.
pretty fucking hilarious.
Yeah, it was pretty
And
awesome.
hello, he's got fucking yo-yos instead of webs and shit.
Uh,
Uh, that's a good one. And oh, how did we get there? Oh, Miles, because Miles follows her out of his portal to the 50101 Earth, where's the Piviter Prabhakar. Um, and they're fighting the Spot, and the Spot absorbs the power of that world's collider, so he's getting more and more powerful. I really like that scene. I think it's before this. I think it's obviously how he got there, right? Where he like gets rid of all his spots
yeah,
and he
yeah.
goes to that he goes to that one world. It's almost like the Flash, you know. He's in a fucking room and he can poke his head into different worlds. That's some pretty cool stuff.
And you get
So
the
anyways,
Venom
they're in
tie in there with the convenience store gal from the
Oh
Venom
yeah,
movies.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that was kind of fun.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna keep trying this Venom thing till it sticks. I'm telling you, these movies are gonna catch on. You just wait
Oh
till
my
we put a
god.
white spider on this bastard's chest. They're
Yeah.
gonna go fucking crazy.
Uh,
Oh Jesus, those movies.
yeah, those movies are bad.
Just wait till you see fucking Craven. You're gonna love it.
Oh god.
Uh oh yeah, a canon event. So that's pretty cool. We got the classic Spider-Man holding the bus versus having to save someone scene,
Hmm.
or a tray, or what's Toby got? I think he had like a train car. Was it a bus? I don't
It was a
know.
train car. He was on the front of the train. And Spider-Man 2, I think. Yeah.
But I think there is another one where he's got the trolley thing. Remember, he's holding that one, and Spider-Man or Goblin comes. You'll know. You'll have to choose,
Oh yeah.
Parker. The kids or the girl? Good luck, Parker. Just fucking love that shit, dude.
Yeah.
He's the best fucking Green Goblin. God, how did he not win Academy Award for this? Let's turn on you, Parker. um, so yeah, he's like, I can do both, and he's gotta save the Inspector Singh, which is his girlfriend's father,
Yeah.
kind of like the Gwen Stacy character. And Miles sees this going down, and he goes to save him. Gwen tries to stop him. Kind of acts like, I don't want you to get hurt. That's a little too dangerous. That save. Don't do that. But she's obviously trying to protect this canon event, and he saves him, and so disrupting that Spider-Man's whole universe. And then we got the scene where she's like, "I've never seen him this emotional." He's
Oh
just
yeah, yeah.
standing there.
Thank you.
Thank you, Spider-Man.
Uh,
And opens a giant hole and some crazy shit. Oh, well, I think does it? Yeah. Anyways, a hole opens. Another portal comes in, and all the Spider-Man 2099 crew come in on the fucking spider fucking walker tank.
mhm.
All right, clear out. We're gonna fix this event. Then meet up with Miguel. Oh yeah, and then they take him back to headquarters, reunite with Peter B. Parker.
Yeah.
I thought he died. Did he not die in the
No, he
first
didn't
one?
die. No.
I thought he sacrificed himself. I remember being sad. It wasn't
There
no
was
sacrifice.
Into the Spiderverse. There was before Miles was Spider-Man. There was Miles as Spider-Man. I think it was Chris Pine who did the voice. That Spider-Man died, sacrificed himself to save Miles and stop the time thing. And then because of the time thing exploded or whatever, all these portals started opening up. So the Peter with the baby is the Peter that trains. He comes into Miles's world and trains him and goes off on adventures. And at the end of that movie, all of the Spider-Men go back to their universe. So that Peter Parker goes back to his universe, and then Miles becomes his universe's Spider-Man.
I thought in this one they said there was no Spider-Man in Miles's universe because he took it and he shouldn't have.
There definitely was, because the movie opens with Chris Pine as Spider-Man being like, "You know the story," and it's like the normal Spider-Man stuff. So yeah, that doesn't make a
Why
lot
is
of
this
sense.
bitch saying? Yeah, because he's saying you. There's Peter never existed in your world because you got bit by the spider, and that should have never happened. You're the first anomaly, and all this shit.
Yeah, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
So
I
he's
never caught
explaining
that
that.
until just now. I was like, oh yeah, there was a spider. He's the one who sacrificed. He shows up at Kingston thing. Just happens to be there. Yeah, there was a Spider-Man there.
Interesting. Yeah, because he explains that to him, and that's a pretty cool scene. It's like he starts getting really mad. It's like, you're not supposed to be there. You're never supposed to be Spider-Man. You're not good enough. Because of
Mhm.
you, there is no Spider-Man in your world. And there should have been. You're the first anomaly, the first thing to be completely fucked up and wrong.
Yeah.
Just going off on him, like smashing him into a train car, too.
Mhm.
While saying all this. Gwen's like, don't hurt him. What are you doing? This is what we talked about. You talked about this? Only a little. I swear, I didn't know. Yeah, then all these people are bitches, dude. And you're just like, man, they're assholes. And Peter B. Parker, you know, he trained him, and you really get to like him in the first one, and you're like, what the fuck, man? This guy.
I do like the running gag of like, he can do that. I am a good mentor or whatever. They keep throwing that out there every time Miles does something good.
Yeah, I keep telling him he fucked up because Miles is kind of a rogue, but it's like, we beat all of us.
Yeah.
I must be pretty good. And I love the baby stuff too.
Yeah.
He's going to save the day. Don't tell your mom, and the baby with a little crochet
Yeah.
Spider-Man. You didn't take the baby to another fight, did you? No, I
No,
didn't,
of course
because you
not.
told me not to do that, and so that wouldn't be do. I wouldn't do that. Yeah, and I love it. He was trying to push the baby on everybody. Now look at the pictures.
Oh yeah.
And then to Miles, just hold the baby.
Well, the way to
Hold
make you feel
it.
better.
I don't want to hold it. Because everyone knows that parent. They're so obsessed with
Oh
the
yeah.
baby, and they don't realize that everyone else isn't.
Let me show you the
Now look at this
pictures.
picture.
The baby's right
No,
there.
you're gonna laugh. You're gonna laugh. Look at this.
Oh god.
And it's like, oh, now look, this is her being angry, and it's all like the same face across all the pictures. That was good. Yeah, and he's explaining to Miles and trying to stop him. Miles is trying to escape their world to go, because he explains that his dad has to die, right?
Yeah.
His dad's kind of the Gwen Stacy dad character. My dad's about to make captain. That's how it happens. That's how it starts.
Yeah.
And then you die. Um, yeah, and they're not gonna let him try and save the universe. And Oscar Isaac is just kind of a bitch as Spider-Man 2099 with some kind of weird vampire powers that you never really fucking explain. I don't remember this part of Spider-Man 2099. It's like he's about to eat someone,
Yeah, it's in the very
right?
beginning. It's during the museum fight with the vulture. I think he bites the vulture on the
Yeah.
neck. Whoa.
Ah. And then they never really mention it afterwards. And he takes like some kind of serum in his arm, which
Yeah.
I think is something to do with him needing to fucking eat people. Um, but yeah, then Peter V. Parker, I thought that was pretty funny. He's like, you're the only Spider-Man that's not funny.
Oh
I
yeah,
know. It's kind of a normal thing. I don't understand. So he gets all the Spider-Man chasing him. That's just really cool scene. All the different fucking Spider-Man,
yeah. Yeah, so good.
uh, Peter parked car, and all this shit. The Lego verse get a cameo by Garfield and Tobey Maguire and
hmm
clips from their movies. We get
Donald Glover for some reason is the Prowler.
playing the Prowler. Yeah,
Yeah,
and he's just kind of
seemed kind of weird.
mailing it in. He's just kind of sitting there. Yeah, I caught him. I tripped. And then oh, we got the video game Spider-Man. That was
Yeah,
pretty good.
and the PS1 version. I was like, damn, you went multiple different video game versions.
I don't remember the PS1 one.
It's the when they're all like when they're doing the whole like this is the universe and remember like all the Spider-Man kind of like come in out of nowhere and like they surround him.
Yeah.
One of the ones who's like looks like he's like 4 feet tall. He like walks up and he's like, "This has to happen this way." He's like polygonally and like triangle. It's the PS1 version. I was like, "That's fucking awesome."
Hmm. Yeah, the PS1 version where he like didn't even have webbing on the suit because they couldn't do it. It was just like red and blue. And
hmm
then in the cutscenes it has webbing on it, but if you
Yeah.
go in the game it's just I love his hands are just like little spheres.
hmm
No
So
fingers.
good.
That's one of the best Spider-Man games though, man. I love that game. That was really good. Mm-mm. Yeah, that's a great scene. We're all explaining it. Really good stuff, and he keeps besting him, even though they say he's a fuck up. He seems to be the best Spider-Man. Uh,
Oh yeah, I love the gag. Speaking of the quintessential Spider-Man holding on to something, as he's running through the complex, he goes in this room. There's a Spider-Man in training doing that same move. He's like holding two like bridges together with the webs. I thought that was kind of funny.
oh yeah, and I like the they send out like an APB, stop Spider-Man, and then
Oh
they do
yeah.
the meme throughout the everybody pointing on
hmm
all the different walkways, and then no, it's Miles, and then they all see that guy that's that Spider-Man walk
yeah.
through the door and they're all, "What's up, guys?" I thought he was like the only other Spider-Man named Miles or something. You know what I
hmm
mean? So they all look at him, but he's like, "Turn around." He's like on his back. That was pretty good. So how does he you can't beat us all, I think is what somebody says to Miles, and he's like, "Oh, I didn't plan on beating you all. This is all part of my plan." And then nobody, it's pretty funny. It's a running gag. It's like, "I have a plan. You don't
Yeah.
have a fucking plan." This is all going to plan. And then he's like, "Well, I drew you all here." And he's like, "Oh my God, he did have a plan." And he jumps off, goes back to their secret base that has this spider fucking thing that can send bad guys back to their um original universe. And I love that we have a Doc Ock, we have a weird Doc Ock, we have a boring rhino. He's
oh
just like a
yeah,
regular rhino.
yeah.
All that stuff. Um Yeah, so he goes back there and uses his invisible powers. I don't like all these powers Miles has. It's fucking weird for
mm
Spider-Man. He can go invisible. He's got the electricity thing. He's
hmm
got the normal Spider-Man powers. So he goes invisible, and there's that Avatar girl who's like a fucking VR chick. I don't know. Anyways, he gets his blood sampled so it can test the universe he's from and send him back. And he's getting sent back, and Spider-Man 2099 busts in the room the last second, and the girl has a chance to stop the process, and she doesn't. And they just lock eyes, him and Miles and her. That was pretty cool. Then he goes back home, and then he finally confesses that he's Spider-Man to his mom. I think Gwen. We think Gwen's there.
We think Gwen's out beside the window, but
yeah, make you think Gwen's there, but nothing is as it seems in the Spider-Verse. And I loved that when he's like, "Oh, the Spider-Verse, the Spider-Verse. Oh, that's stupid. That's really dumb. No, this is the arachnid hyper something.
Yeah, it's like 5 names.
That's what it's called." So he confesses to his mom, and she's like, "I don't know what you're saying."
Yeah, who's Spider-Man? Yeah.
Spider-Man, like the hero. Oh, that's cute. Is that like one of your comic books or something? That's great. And then his uncle walks in the door, who died in the first one. And he's like, "Whoa." And then he starts putting two and two together that, oh shit, it tested my blood. And that spider was from
I think it's
World
42.
Yeah. So it sent me to the wrong world. So, and then the uncle's like, "Come on, you're coming with me." And I don't know if the uncle knew at that point something was up.
Yeah,
I didn't get how what happened.
He definitely yeah.
All of a sudden he's punching him in the face. I was like, well, how did he what's going on?
Well, he knows he's not Miles. He knows he's not his Miles. But that means he has to know something about the Spider-Verse, because he doesn't react. Because if you saw a double of somebody, you'd be like, "What the fuck?" But he plays it cool, so he must know something.
Oh, hell no.
Spider-Verse, yeah.
Are you a poltergeist? Yeah, because he takes him back and he's like, "Yeah, my uncle was like you and was the Prowler." He's like, "I'm not the Prowler." And he like socks him in the face really hard and knocks him out. I was like, "What the fuck's going on?" And then it shows the Prowler, and it's it's like when Steve Urkel had the cool version on Family Matters.
Mm-hmm.
What do they name him? He was like Urkel or something. It was the cool version. Like, hey. he's got braids. He's got braids and shit. And he's like, "I'm not you."
Yeah.
Proud. Anyways. And then Miles was like, "What? What? You're the Prowler? With the spider not being in this universe, you turned into the Prowler? What?"
Oh shit.
Okay. Doesn't make much sense. Yeah, then Gwen gets a team together to go to that universe. Oh, because she goes in the room and she's in the right universe. And she talks to the mom and his mom and stuff. "I'm gonna go get him" and all that. And the guy goes over without much ado. Okay.
Yeah, that scene was weird because she's like, "I don't know where he is." You would think apparently, like, "What do you mean? Where is he? Why don't you call the cops? Like, we need to fucking find him." But they're just like, "Okay, yeah, go find our son." It's like, what?
There is that really good scene when she goes back to her universe, right? In the movie that she talks to her dad again.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
a pretty
yeah.
cool scene.
Yeah.
She's like, "Just arrest me. I can't. I'm no longer a cop.
I left the force."
If I couldn't arrest my own daughter, I don't deserve the badge." Anyways, that was pretty cool. And then yeah, Punk Spider-Man left her
so good.
his watch. I don't remember the note. It was something funny. "In case you need it. I'm not doing it because you'd asked me to either." He's always kind of a punk.
Yeah, I love the how are you even cooler, underneath the costume?
Yeah.
I've been cool this whole time.
God damn it. Yeah. So then we see all the Spider-Man coming to that universe, or a couple of them. There's like 6 or 7. This was kind of like the main first movie. We got Noir,
Hmm.
Peter B. Um, I don't know the fucking chick with the mech.
Mac, yeah, I think the pig was there too.
Yeah, Peppa Pig. So, uh, and then are you ready
Hit
for
it.
the battle?
Yep.
Um, then we get a black screen that says to be continued.
Yep, and then it ends.
I
Cut
was
the black.
so fucking pissed, so disappointed. I was like, what the fuck? So we're really this movie, what did it do? It built up and established a little bit of the Spot, who you think is going to be a really cool villain, but didn't go that far into it. Um, it establishes that, Miles is kind of different than the other Spider-Man and is not willing to sacrifice little things to help the bigger things. But without having a battle at the end with either Spot or Prowler, we kind of didn't have much at all. I mean, even fucking, um, Star Wars. What the hell's Episode 5 called?
Empire.
Empire Strikes Back. We got a lightsaber battle at
Hmm.
the end. We got something.
Yeah.
Even though that was just a middle, getting us to, you know, a middle of a trilogy. I had no idea this was going to be a middle of a trilogy. I don't think anyone did. I heard a lot of people were pissed. I've heard people that watched it. I was like, yeah, fuck that. It just fucking ended.
Yeah, we saw
I
this
can,
in the theater and it was packed. And the moment it hit black to be continued, the whole theater unanimously was just like, "Oh!" Like everyone was so mad.
yeah, dude. I
What?
was like, what the fuck? Build this shit up. Yeah, that was pretty fucking lame. Cause the end, you got like another fucking 4 years
Yeah.
before you see the end of this
Well, they
bitch.
said at the time it's coming in March 2024, and then after this is before all the strikes happened, obviously, and I remember thinking, okay, fine, you got another one around the corner. That's I can wait. It's only a few more months, whatever. Not few, but March is pretty close. And then I saw an interview. It was probably like a week or two after this movie came out, and Haley Steinfeld was giving an interview, and she was like, and they were like, yeah, so the next, Spider-Man. She's like, I haven't even done my voiceover yet. And when the moment I read that, I was like, this movie's not coming out in March. If the lead actress hasn't even done the script of the movie yet, and it's July, June, and it's supposed to come out in March, there's no fucking way. So I knew right there this was going to be pushed to at the very earliest 2025. But now with their strikes and everything, it's probably even pushed back even further.
Yeah, bummer. Yeah, I liked it. I do take away from it because of that ending. I think that's pretty lame to do to your audience. Um, I don't agree with a lot of people in the front of the DVD saying best Spider-Man ever. I don't see that. It's pretty good. Um, I think we're seriously forgetting about Spider-Man 2, everybody, and
Yeah.
3, kick some dirt in your eye.
Jesus.
I'm gonna kick
Uh,
dirt in your eye.
oh my god.
So yeah, it's not the best to me. It's pretty good. It would have been better if it had a ending, you know.
Sure,
So
sure.
for me, with that being said, I think it's not amazing. It's just good. For me, it's maybe 8, 8-1. I think
All
that's
right, all
fair.
right. That's a pretty fair score. I mean, you already know where I'm going because I think you already knew what my opinion was coming in, but I'm a little higher. Yeah, I watched this again last night for the second time, and yeah, I love this movie. I don't know if I'm as hyperbolic as some of the DVD cover stuff. I don't think it's like the best Spider-Man movie, but I think it's like up there. I think I don't think anything's topped Spider-Man 2 yet. I think it's better than No Way Home. Um, No Way Home, I remember really liking it when I saw it. I haven't watched it since, and I don't really have a desire to watch it. I don't know what that means about that movie, but I had fun when I watched it the first time. Um, but no, dude, the animation alone, we haven't even talked about the way it looks, but there's so many different styles. I think the first movie had just kind of stuck with one style, more or less, kind of like the Turtles did. This movie's throwing everything at the wall, and it looks gorgeous. There's scenes where, like, I think it's specifically with Gwen and her dad, where like it just becomes like watercolor and it like changes as the conversation, like just this gorgeous, gorgeous animation that I've never really seen before. Um, it's really funny. It's really clever. I like the idea of starting with the villain as like a throwaway gag guy that you don't really give a shit about,
Yeah.
and becomes stronger and stronger and becomes the main villain of the movie. I thought that was pretty interesting. I love all the characters. I love all the Easter eggs. And yeah, for a 2.5 hour long movie, I never got bored. Even watching the second time, I think I even liked it more. I think I caught more the second time because the movie throws so much at you and it's so fucking fast and quick that
Yeah.
you miss a lot in your first viewing. But no, I love this movie. This movie is, I got shit for someone in the comments tried to grill me on my Turtles review, saying that I said that it was my favorite movie of the year, and I never said that. But to be ultra clear this time, this, as of today, this is my favorite movie of the year thus far. Still got a few more months, a few more movies to see, but I feel like a lot of the other movies I've seen this year were kind of underwhelming. Like Oppenheimer was good, but it didn't like blow me away. Mission Impossible was a little underwhelming. But I still like those movies, but I just felt like this one was the most well-rounded, the one that I had the most fun with. It's just a great movie. One of the best Spider-Man movies out there. And if I gave No Way Home a 9.4, I'm giving this one a 9.5. This is a 9.5 for me. This movie is fucking awesome. I'm probably going to keep watching it. Can't wait for the next one. The cliffhanger didn't bother me as much. I think it's kind of fun. Yeah, fuck it. End your movie here.
Fuck it. We didn't have anything happen.
Well, I was telling Sarah, like, I wish we lived in a world where, like, being at the theater and then you cut to black, instead of saying to be continued, you just said intermission, and you had like 10-minute break and you come back. Like, I would have watched another whole hour of this movie. I would not have given a shit. Give me another hour. I will sit here and fucking do it. But we live in a world where you have to cut things in half and make more money at it. So I get it. But no, this is a 9.5. I fucking love this movie to death. It's, again, my favorite movie of the year thus far. Still got a few more months. So something, Scorsese's movie can topple it, and some other stuff that's coming out. But so far, yeah, 9.5. It's great. Everyone should watch it. It's amazing. It's an amazing Spider-Man movie.
All right. Available now on digital and physical formats. Go check it out.
And if you have a PS, or if you have a PlayStation and you're subscribed, did you hear about this? There's like a video service now that if you're signed up for that, you get free. I think this is part of it. So if you have PlayStation Plus, I think you can watch it for free on this new movie service thing they launched this week.
Yeah, I ain't paying for that.
Yeah.
Like fucking Sony movies. Like I don't imagine there's a lot of bangers on there.
Yeah, not much.
I think they have a free tier though, but I don't know. Anyways, 8.1, 9.5. Across the Spiderverse. We'll be patiently waiting for the fight that was supposed to happen. So where's the spot at anyways? What are we waiting for? Are we waiting for Prowler?
Yeah, so the two things they got to tackle is you got to get the Gwen, click to save Miles, and then also simultaneously, because Miguel and the other crew are still in Miles's world. But in Miles's world, one of the last things you see is Spot now at the height of his powers. He jumps back into Miles's world. And he like grows like fucking like tall as a building, and like all these spots coming out. So simultaneously, you have a battle with Spot in Miles's world, and you got to get Miles out of World 42. So should be a pretty crazy one.
Oh yeah. All right. Thank you guys for joining us. Appreciate it. As always, check us out on Spotify, Apple Music, here on YouTube. We appreciate you. Love having you come by. And until the next piece, peace.
Peace.